Hi everybody, this is Wade from Wade's Orchids. Welcome back, and I'd like to welcome you to the fall edition of the greenhouse tour here. This is kind of an impromptu tour. I don't have things exactly planned out, but we're going to start here with one of my favorite species. This is Stenoglottis longifolia, and it is the sign that colder weather and fall is truly here. As I'm filming this, it's getting near Thanksgiving, so it is mid-fall, and this is a really pretty orchid. It is a terrestrial, and I'm going to show you the leaves here, and as we get in a little closer, you can see here's some of the leaves that are starting to brown and die off already, and this will continue to progress, and probably in another month or 6 weeks there won't be any live leaves left to it, and then it's in hibernation for a couple of months before it starts its growth again for the following year. As I said, it's a beautiful species. I'm going to try to zoom in here a little bit. I don't know how close I can get. Let me see if I can bring this into focus. I guess right about there. You can see it's a light lavender with darker lavender markings and a fimbriated lip there, just heavily fimbriated. The flowers last a good long time. Usually this will be in bloom for 6 weeks or more. It will eventually, as these last flowers open, the bottom ones will start to fall off, but still it produces a really nice show for a long period of time. If you can get one, do so. Something else that is indicative of fall is the Ceropetalum type Bulbophyllums are usually blooming now. This is one of the most famous hybrids going, probably the most famous as far as Bulbophyllums. This is Elizabeth Ann variety or clonal name Buckleberry, which has an FCC from the American Orchid Society. It puts out quite a few flower spikes once the plant gets mature. The flowers don't last very long, probably a week or maybe even a little less, but this plant here has been mounted for a while, and I have about 30 spikes on it. This is actually spikes that are blooming from the back of the plant. Here, I'll go around to the front, and most of the spikes that are in the front here have started to fade, but here's one that's just starting to open up, and it's been in bloom for over a month already, and just a really nice show whenever it blooms. It's very easy to grow, likes to be kept kind of a little bit moist, and very bright shade. Temperatures are intermediate to warm conditions, and it can be grown inside very easily. There is another Elizabeth Ann here. This is one that is from a remake. This was created by Bill Toms, and this is the only one that I have seen that has come out with a yellow background color. And see if I can zoom in here. There we go. Get you a nice detailed look there. It's very beautiful. This is a little bit smaller than Buckleberry, but I have seen spikes already that has got 8 flowers on, which buckleberry will only ever get up to 7. So it's a really nice plant. I really like it. It's going to have 3 spikes. One of those spikes is going to have 8 flowers. The one over here, I believe. If I can find it. There we are. It's they just come out like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 8 flowers. Really, really nice. And like most bulbophyllums, their true beauty comes after they get mature, because with one spike of flowers, it comes and goes fairly quickly. But once you start getting 5 or 6 spikes, it's really a show for a much longer period of time. Here's another one from the remake. This is more the standard colors. Also very nice. I would put this up against the buckleberry clone any day. Just a beautiful thing. And also, oh, here's an unusual type of bulbophyllum. This is Bulbophyllum cufium, I believe, and the clonal name is Little Stinker. This actually received a CCM from Dave Miller. It's the person I got it from. And it is, as you can see, it really puts out a long rhizome. So it can be a handful to keep, but it really has a fairly nice flowering. It's very densely flowered, and the flowers themselves are really pretty. See how close I can... It's hard to get this focused here. But it also, the clonal name, as I said, is Little Stinker, and it does stink. A lot of bulbophyllums do not stink. Please don't go thinking that they all smell. And also that stink is a recessive gene. So in hybrids, usually the stink fades very quickly within a generation or two. This is a first bloom here of a nice little thing called Nancy Jane Lascar, or Lascar. It is a cross of Hot Lips with Annendelii. And I've bloomed several of these. One that I have is much bigger. It's forming buds right now, but you can see that the buds are already at least as big as this flower, and it is really beautiful when it opens up. There's a couple other bulbos that are blooming over here. I don't know how close I can get. Nope, it's very difficult to get this well. But this is Bulbophyllum gracillum, and it puts out intensely dark burgundy red flowers. The flowers are fairly small, but it puts out, I'd say there's probably 10 flowers there. And it's a miniature plant. Here's the plant, and the leaves on it are under 4 inches long. And we have another flower spike coming out here. So it's this is not the normal time it blooms. It usually blooms in the summer, but it's doing pretty darn nice right now. And I don't know if I have any other bulbophyllums. We'll take a look at Paphiopedilum here. This is Paph Spiceratum, and there, get it in view for you. Let's Spiceratum is what has been in cultivation for, I think, over 200 years. and it has been used extensively in hybridizing. One of the things that we try to breed out here, looking at it from the top, we see this dorsal forms a cone. And one of the challenges is to get that cone flattened out, because once we do that, we can see that this is a really nice dorsal sepal. And one of the characteristic things, I got a little fruit fly there. One of the characteristic things about it that it keeps for quite a while is that line that goes and divides the dorsal in half. You will always see that for, quite a few generations. But it's a very easy plant to grow. Here we have a branched flower spike. There's 2 flowers coming from this one, which does happen on occasion. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's nice when it does. And it's a very long-lasting flower. These can be cultivated into really large specimen plants fairly easily, and there's quite a few cultural awards that this plant has given us. So really nice. I don't have too many other paths blooming. Here's a nice little Maudii type. This is called Path Sayun, and it is, if you like green, you will like Sayun. There it is. It's got, there's almost no yellow in it. It's all green and white. Really pretty. It's a primary hybrid, I believe. Do I have it here? It's Sucacolii cross with Wardii. And yeah, really pretty. That's about it for the past. Behind it here, though, we have some dendrochilums that are blooming. Both of these, I think, are they Cobianum? Yeah, these are both Dendrochilum Cobianum, but this spike here is coming from the plant back there, and it's a different color. It opens up almost white, whereas this one is yellow. They vary quite a bit from white to yellow, and they're very nice, reliable bloomers. This is just a tiny little thing here that's blooming. This is Dendrochilum javieri, which is kind of it's not truly a miniature, but it's pretty small. That's in a 3-inch pot, and it will get bigger than this and put out really nice, long-lasting flowers, longer lasting than a lot of the dendrochilums. And up here, I'll bring it down. We have just starting to open up is Dendrochilum wenzellii. This is the red form. Wenzellii likes more light than most of the dendrochilums. I'm going to sit it down on the stool here. And a way you can tell if something likes more light is when you look at the leaves here. These leaves are almost terete, which terete means that there is very little leaf blade in it. Instead, it is almost a circular leaf that comes up. And that's the way this is. And plants that have got that usually like to have a good amount of light. This is getting to be really nice size. Still got some oxalis in there to clean up. Getting oxalis out of these things is a real chore. And it seems that it always eventually finds its way into it. These like to be kept moderately moist all the time. I've got some sphagnum moss in with my regular Cattleyas mix with this to help keep it moist. There's also a yellow form, which I have, but it's not blooming yet. That one is the yellow form. It just got moved up here recently, so maybe it wasn't getting enough light before. Behind it, moving on to Cattleyas, this is Richard Mueller variety Freckles, or clonal name Freckles. Nice long-lived flowers. This has got nodosa as one of the parents. Freckles has an HCC, I'm pretty sure. So it's very nice. It opens up darker than this, almost an orange, and it will eventually go to a bright yellow. We got some other Cattleyas blooming here. I apologize, some of the flowers are getting kind of old. But here is, here we have Hawaiian Stars. Is this pink lace, I believe? I can't see the tag real well. Paradise, Hawaiian Stars Paradise, and really pretty. This also has a lot of nodosa in it, although the segments are much wider than what most of the nodosas are. But very easy plant to grow and bloom. Give it fairly good light, a little bit of sun. Here at the end of its flowering is Bepidendrum golden peacock. And these flowers have been open over 6 weeks. Here's another spike that has one left. But this is Brassavola, nodosa, and epidendrum. I don't remember what the epidendrum is, but very pretty plant. Going down here, we have got this is an incredible flower. If you let me take this back here. If you look, the plant is maybe about 8 inches tall, and the flower is over 4 inches across, and it puts out up to 3 flowers on a spike. It has got one bad habit in that it's kind of droopy, but that's what happens sometimes with coccinea hybrids, and this has got a lot of coccinea in it. This is Circle of Life crossed with Loud 9. Circle of Life is a famous hybrid, and this like is one of the watermelon color things that come out of it. But another Circle of Life is another plant that characteristically does not have really good presentation of the flowers, although it's got a lot of other things that make it more than worthwhile breeding. Over here we have got another plant. Bring this down and see if I can find a place to put it. There we go. This is Elsie Pink Treasure crossed with Laelia finkiniana. And oh my gosh, it's really nicely fragrant right now. This has been open for about a month, and the color is fading a bit, but it's still got really nice shape. The form of the flowers is really good. and I have 6 flowers on this spike. So it's a very nice plant. This is something that I would like to take to judging sometime. Right now all the judging centers are closed. But that's the nature of things right now. Looking at a couple other things, we're here by the Massdevelias. Let's take a look at Mastodia Confetti. Confetti is a beautiful plant and extremely fragrant. When you think of Masdevelias, you usually don't think of fragrance, but I think it's glandulosa that is one of the parents, and it is extremely fragrant, and it is very evident in this with both the pink spotting and also the fragrance. This is a very small growing Masdevelia. I've got, oh my, probably 20-25 flowers on this, and it's in a 3-inch pot. And the flowers are fairly long-lived, very pretty. We have some water damage on this, I think, but this is a classic cool grower, which is Mastovelia, Machu Picchu variety Crown Point. It's got an award of merit from the American Orchid Society. Very, very beautiful Mastovelia. Another purple one here is this is Mastovelia Red Wing. Clonal name is Hartford, and this has an AM also. Really pretty. I don't think that this is quite as cool demanding as Machu Picchu, but it still needs to be kept somewhat cool. There's a beautiful red here. This is Mastovelia Red Shine variety, or clonal name Sheila, and Sheila has got an FCC from the American Orchid Society. Just blooming very nicely now. 1, 2, 4 flowers open right now. No, 5. There's another one here that drooped down. Nice tall spikes, as you can see. You can also see this is a much larger growing plant. Here, let me move this over and I'll show you this compared with Confetti. So now you can see the 2 of them there, and it's an incredible difference. Red Shine is probably 3 times the size of Confetti. Here's another Confetti. This thing is this is doing well also. It's not as nice as the other plant, but it's still a really nice, desirable plant. Here is a nice little yellow called Peach Melba, and this is one of the more warmth tolerant Mastovelias. Nice big flower. And what else do we have? Oh yes, over here, let me get the name of this. This is Mastovelia exquisita. I think that is appropriately named. This is another one that stays fairly small growing. The plant is about 4 inches tall, and the tails of those the flowers are as big as the plant. Just beautiful. What else do we have in Mastovelias? Oh, there's one flower here. This flower is so old. Looks like it got some slug damage too. I have to put out some more slug bait. See if I can find the name of this. It is, yeah. Oh, this is Mastovelia Margarite lahua, which has got an award, I believe, in HCC. This is an old hybrid. as far as Masdevelias go. I think it was made in the early 70s. And flower is really nice sized on it. I wish it was in better shape to show you. And I've got one over here. This is Masdevelia Fire Queen. This is not an awarded plant, but it's very nice. I really like this. And it can become nicely floriferous. One thing with Massdevelias is you always have to be picking leaves from it because they shed leaves on a continual basis. One other here. This is from my friend Leon Glickenstein. If I can get it out here. Come on, buddy. There we are. This is Masdevelia Strawberry Cheesecake. And when Leon made this, it's got Masdevelia coccinea as one parent, but he used a white coccinea. And he wants to remake this using a dark color coccinea. It's a very warmth tolerant, easy to grow plant, very nice. Oh, what else do we have? Well, mixed in here with this, we've got a Habenaria Mayfly. Mayfly usually puts out pastel type colors, anywhere from like an off-white here through yellow and peach tones, a little bit of pink sometimes, but they are always in a pastel shade. Some others here. Here's another Mayfly. It looks very similar. And here we have got Habenaria Flamingo, which is a really very, very nice flower. These have been, almost everyone has been very, very pretty. Just gorgeous. The Masdevelias are at the end of their flowering. As you can see here, flowers have faded on most of them. I think that I might have another one or two over here, if you will bear with me while I walk across the greenhouse. There is a Massdevelia Oreo here that is very nice. There we are. Or not Massdevelia, I'm sorry, Habenaria Oreo. These are large flowers, and one thing with most of the plants I've seen on Oreo is the sepals curve back pretty badly. And this one, the sepals are a little bit better. Really nice. Another Flamingo there. Little Rhodokyla, just putting out a couple of flowers. Very rewarding. Habenarias are another terrestrial, like the Spathoglotis, that die back after flowering. Very easy to take care of once you get used to doing this. Here's another fall bloomer. This is gorgeous. This is Dendrobium tetragonum. This is the nicest tetragonum I've ever seen. The flowers are close to 3 inches across. And a lot of red in that. Here we have a no ID Denphal, or Dendrobium phalaenopsis type. This is a very nice flowering plant. Flowers last a good long period of time. This is the last of 4 spikes that's blooming. Here is Phragmipedium longifolium. one of my favorite frags. As you can see, there's 2 spikes on it. This has been blooming since midsummer, and every one of these bracts is the remnants of a flower that has come and gone, and each flower will last about 2.5 or 3 weeks, maybe even a little longer in ideal circumstances. Really pretty, very, very long-lived flowers. A couple of things are going on with the Cattleyas. This is a first bloom forming here. This is Psycogon Orchid crossed with Dark Swan. And it's a first bloom. Flowers are large, very, very fragrant. I smell this all over the greenhouse, especially when the sun hits it. Just immense flowers and just great substance. Psycogon are really nice plants to grow. They will usually, as I said, this is a first bloom. When they get mature, they will put out a main flowering, and then after that they will put out another spike or 2. So you get 2 flowerings off of it. Here in my seedlings, I have got, as you can see, spikes are hiding. Here's one. Where are we? There we are. Got some buds there. Down there, some more buds. Here's another spike that's getting ready. Now these are only in 3-inch pots, so these can start blooming fairly young. Here's one of them. This is in a 3-inch plastic pot. I set in a clay pot to give it some ballast, but this is a cross of Cattleyas Extravaganza crossed with Cattleyas Karen Armstrong. Nice little spotted green. And as you can see, this only has 2 flowers, but it's blooming in a 3-inch pot, which is nice. Once they get bigger, you can start seeing spikes coming out like this, which has got quite a few little buds clustered on there. And this has got 3 spikes coming. This is another nice yellow, which is Rebecca Northern crossed with Cattleyas Spitzii. Just beautiful thing. Hopefully I can do another video when that opens up and show it to you. Back to the Cattleyas for a second. I just remembered up here we have got oh, it's not Hawaiian leopard. It's a cheetah. I forget the full name of it. I'm sorry. Please excuse me for that. But it has got 6 flowers on it now. It will bloom with up to 7 flowers. Let me see if I can zoom in here and get you a better. These flowers have been open for quite a while. And the background color is much more vibrant when it opens, but this has been open over a month, which goes to show you how nice these things can stay. So, 1 or 2 other things. Just to show you, I've been potting things up like crazy, and here is just a sample of some of what is going to be for sale in the spring. There are going to be many, many, many 2-inch pots, hopefully to attract your orchid appetite. We do have, here is a really nice Dendrobium Hibiki. This has been open all summer. It's starting to fade, but when you get 5 months of flowering out of a plant that is this pretty and showy, you're sorry that it's going, but you are just thankful that it's been around all these months. This started flowering in June. So we got June, July, August, September, October. This is getting into the 6th month that these flowers have been open. Just absolutely incredible. There's some miniature den phals here. Very nice little things, nice compact growth. There's another one. Sorry for being upside down, but very nice little things. So that's about it for right now. Hope you like the tour. Oh, forgot the Onsen Knife. This is a really pretty thing. Let me see. The name is Wilsonera, the Mistress Variety Candy Shop, and that says it's patented, so I'm not supposed to make any divisions of that for sale. See if I can get this back on here. There we go. That is really a pretty brownish red. It's kind of a bronze almost flower, and it's got a second spike coming up there. Here we have Charles Martin Fitch, Miltasia Charles Martin Fitch. And I believe that this is the awarded clone. Let me see. This is, yes, Miltasia Charles Martin Fitch Izumi. Every once in a while, Charles Fitch does this, where it will attach the dorsal sepal to one of the petals. But it's just the way it goes. And very similar to Charles Martin Fitch is this one. And this is Miltasia Shelobe. And I believe it is also awarded. But this is a larger flower, nice and dark. You can see flowers are fairly long-lasting. Nice spike from it. So, with that, I will let you go until the next time we meet. Please stay safe, be happy, take care of one another. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.